Our cultural heritage can be saved without any changes, waiting until it will be discovered, admired and again forgot. It's an indispensable part of our life. It supports the nation during changes and helps it to adapt to them. Lee Kuan Yew, from third world to the first, the Singapore story. Muzeul Zemstvei is an historical building placed in Chisinau on Shusov Street. It is considered to be an architectural monument of national importance. In the register of architectural monuments, it is known as the building of a former orphanage, later the old building of Bessarabia. The ensemble of edifices started to be built in the middle of 19th century. The author of this project is Luka Zaushkevich. The central block consists from two lateral wings and a central body, aligned on the length of a red line of Shusov Street and a little courtyard in order to create a cour d'honneur on the place of main entrance. The main block was placed on the axis of symmetry of the quarter. The link between rooms was realized through a hallway that crossed all the building, creating an axial symmetry that allowed to place bedrooms with views to the interior courtyard. The building of orphanage contained classrooms and workrooms as well. The main facade is realized in an eclectic style on the basis of classic architecture. The entrance is flanked by jetties unified by a common arcade vaults. Later, two blocks situated on the corners of quarter were built. They have identical architecture and are symmetric to the main block. Their facades repeat the motif of three windows group, contoured by a common arcade vaults. Classrooms have singular windows, contoured by arcade vaults. The big hall kept the plastic decorations. The fourth block was a heating joint. It was built at some distance from the central block, vertical to Marie Cheputaya Street. Its facade lacks elements of an architectural monument. And the last block is placed vertical to Sfatul Tsariu Street and was built in a Romanian style. The ensemble is a masonry building without anti-seismic belts. The roof is a special wood structure. Foundations are made from stones. There are 5 types of masonry. The first is combined old masonry from stones and limestones. The second is combined new masonry from stones and limestones. The third is brick masonry. The fourth is limestone masonry. And the fifth is earthen traditional masonry. In our calculation scheme, we adopted their very approximately characteristics, accordingly local design codes. As a real expertise of the building wasn't done and their real characteristics aren't known, we applied the load from self-weight, snow, leaf load, used the 3D wind generator, and applied seismic load. On the whole, the building is pretty rigid, and the deformations aren't big. We drew a table with the characteristics of tension in masonry that can't be surpassed, and identified the elements that need consolidation. We thought about 2 variants of consolidation. The first is the injection of weak masonry and the raising of its characteristics this way. And the second is the introduction of a hidden spatial steel frame. We adopted the first variant and did a recalculation of the scheme with new increased resistance characteristics. This way, we obtained new results and compared the tensions with maximal admissible tensions. It worked for some walls, but as the structure is complex, there is a need of iterations to obtain the optimal results.